Hello and welcome to my first ever video on this channel. Before we start, I want to use this quickly to tell you that this is my very first shot at a proper video, and to me personally this is a very large step, as I've had this video idea for as long as about 2 years in my head, but never committed on doing it. I do hope that you'll enjoy it, as this has been taking me way more than just my time to make this. That's it really. Now for the video. Alright, so when you look at these games, what do you think about? Is it the cars and vast amount of tuning options? The maps and gameplay? Or the nostalgia towards time where racing games have been more individual, trying way more and being something more than just vast amounts of cars plopped into a game that you keep racing around in circles? Now don't get me wrong, I won't tell you how every game after the golden times hasn't been good just because they were different. But let's talk about a game that I think will break the current market for what it is. The game I want to talk about today is Nightrunners. Nightrunners is a Japanese street racing game that is set in the early 90s to late 2000s, looking to take inspiration from all the great street racing and tuning games the community loves, all the while being its own individual thing. The game is being developed by Jam Barn, and with the alpha around the corner, I think it's overdue that we talk about the game and its potential impact on the current racing game market. Now of course I do have to point out that the demo and Patreon demo are outdated, as the last updates came out in mid-2024. However, with how appreciative and ever-growing the community has been, I truly believe this video has its right of existing. Now, I'll go quickly over how the story unfolds within the demo. You start off as a visitor and you get invited to a friend's garage. After a quick phone call where he tells you about the money stash he reserved for you, you'll make your way to your PC and buy your first car off of the car auction. After that you exit the garage, and this time you receive a second anonymous phone call. This time it's a stranger who seems to be a yakuza. After the quick exchange he tells you about how your friend is in debt, and he gives you 5 million yen as betting money, and you go on to race with the AI racers at Tatsumi PA. Now on to the gameplay. The game feels very nice. It has a gritty underground vibe fitting the given time frame, and all the build and tuning options are reminiscent of the time. You even have an older flip phone that you can use for some options like teleporting back to a parking area after a race, or to negotiate your bets and accept or decline revenge requests and such. You start every night off in your garage and you decide how you want to go ahead, which parking areas you drive to, which racers you challenge, or if you do time attacks or speed cameras. However, you can also be approached by the AI when entering a PA. The cars have lots of tuning options. First of all, there's both manual and automatic gearboxes in the game. You can pretty much change anything to your liking, from the exterior and interior parts over to the engine, gearbox and suspension parts, and even some options like number plates, neons or the way your doors open up. You have to keep track how the customization changes certain stats, as your performance parts not only affect your horsepower and car's performance but also the engine cooling and health. You throw on a bigger turbo and better engine parts but cut costs when it comes to cooling? Be aware of overheating when racing and pushing your engine to higher RPM. Thinking about what style suits your desired build? Also look out how it affects your weight and downforce stats. And if that isn't already cool enough, the extra speedometers you add into your interior will also be shown in your HUD. Even the smallest features like badges, number plate positions or deciding whether you want your sunroof to be opened or closed are options on your cars. Since it is only the demo, some features like engine or drivetrain swaps are not yet implemented. Also the fuel system, at least for the demo, only has a menu in which you refuel for a certain price, depending on how much you have to refuel to fill up your car again. These things of course don't necessarily make or break a build. However, it adds a lot of depth that so far is met with lots of optimism by the community and also by myself. Think of it like the engine oil and water temp features in the Tokyo Extreme Racer series. This adds some strategy to not only your builds, but also the way you approach the nights. Now, how does this make this game stand out? Well, by being a fresh breath of air, Nightrunners puts itself in competition against AAA racing games. By uniting features of the most beloved games and putting a checkmark behind every major request the community has had over the last decade. It doesn't try to be the new Need for Speed Underground or Midnight Club. It focuses on being its own thing that feeds into the wishes people have had for multiple years at this point. And all the time and effort Jem has put into this game of his can be seen everywhere. While this is just a demo and many features are missing, it's incredible to see how great it actually is for what it is. And if you head to the Nightrunners Discord or check his Patreon or Kickstarter, you'll see that even more is planned for the full game, with many things soon to be implemented in the upcoming alpha. This formula is perfect to compete with the big studios, as it's not just that he looks at what the people want, but it actually goes beyond, and as it can be seen, is a big, passionate and ambitious project Jem deeply cares about. All the minor details and things he's implemented so far and is working on in the background go to show that this game will be able to compete once it releases in its full version. People are already in love with the demo, and with every update more people fall in love with this passionate project. As to why I decided to make this short showcase video, I think that this game should get all the love and publicity it can because I truly stand by the things I've said. I actually believe that Nightrunners will not only be a good game, but that it may actually be a chance to better the racing game situation we're currently in. Because with many series falling apart, distancing themselves even more and more from what made them great in the beginning, and some series completely vanishing, the current situation we're in is all over the place, the way I see it. While I'm looking forward to the new Forza Horizon, it doesn't come with a grain of cautiousness, as I'm not fully convinced yet that it will be as great as Horizon 1 through 4. Games that I all enjoyed a lot. Need for Speed is currently having a big question mark over it, as the current situation is not clear with the conversation circling around Need for Speed being scrapped altogether, while the last Midnight Club game, being Midnight Club LA, came out in 2008. Now, you've made it to the end of the video, and well, I really wanted to put this video out to get a solid base for the channel. As I've spoken about it in the beginning, I had the idea for a long time and contemplated whether I should put out the content or not. While I know the overall quality isn't the best, I also know that everyone has started small. I do hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I'm open to any critique as long as it is constructive. If you have any wishes, ideas or advice, feel free to comment it down below. If you now want to have a better look into the game, make sure to check out Jem's Kickstarter, Patreon and or the Discord, since all the support helps him working on this game. Please make sure to leave a like, comment or maybe even a follow if you enjoyed the video and want to see more in the upcoming future, as any form of engagement really helps me. I wish you a nice day and I hope to see you in the next one.